You have to remember that your worth does not dictate what you can and cannot have. You are worthy simply because you are worthy. Period. Point blank. The end. There is no other way around that. Greetings, beautiful ones. How you doing? Good? Good. Fran here, back with another video. Okay, so first of all, I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let y'all look at this sweatshirt. I deserve what I desire. Listen, I'm getting ready to get a plaque made. I'm gonna put this everywhere because this mantra has changed my life. And I'm gonna talk to y'all about how. Okay? Alright. So let me skirt back a little bit. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the video. If you're a part of Fran's fam already, thank you for returning. If you are not, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button. The more the merrier. Around here, I am the Miracle Manifester, and I guide you in how to create and manifest your best intentional life. Easy, simply, and effortlessly. Because that's what life is all about, right? Right. Okay, so you guys, let me just tell you something. So I have been doing a lot of writing lately. Like, I've been doing a lot of writing, and I've actually kind of been off the grid a little bit because I have been trying to process some things that I got going on in my head about how I'm going to move forward into 2024. Which, with each new year, we kind of transform, right? Like, I do it from birth year to birth year, like birthdays in October. So from October to October, that's a full year for me, right? I don't look at the beginning of the year as my new year. I look at my birthday as my new year. Anyway, I've been really in the process of thinking about how I want to show up and things that I want to do in 2024. And doing this and going through this, even in my financial wealth life, I have been having these thoughts of doubt. Like, I've been coming up with these little thoughts and these little fears of, well, maybe that's not, or maybe that shouldn't, or maybe I'm thinking wrong about that, or maybe I shouldn't be. So I've been having a lot of doubt. And I'm going to tell you that even as the Miracle Manifester, me, your girl, your TT, I am going to tell you that even with that, sometimes I find myself like, that's kind of a big order I'm putting in, and that's kind of a tall order I'm putting in, and Right? I think we all do that. We have doubt. I don't think that anybody can tell you they don't have doubt. The difference between maybe my doubt now and my doubt in previous years is that my doubt now does not last as long. My doubt now is very, very like, split second. Like, okay, yeah, I'm over that. And I want to talk to you guys about how to continue to manifest and create things in your life, even when you have that little bit of doubt, right? So for me, like I said, when I'm in doubt, I script it out, right? Big writer, I start to write things down. I grab one of my journals and I start to write down what it is I'm desiring versus what I am feeling about that desire. Now, a lot of times when we're scripting and we're writing down our desires, we're not really writing down how we feel about it at that time. We're scripting in the current moment. We're scripting in that session, right? We've talked about this before, but it bears repeating because this is something that can really change how you are creating your life, right? So when you find that you can't speak it out, when you find that you're saying things and they don't feel good to you, or you find that you're met with some resistance around what you're talking about, it's best to grab some pencil and paper, right? Write down what it is that you are feeling. At this time, I really am wanting to attract. I am desiring to attract. My intentions are to attract. Boom, boom, boom. However, at this point, I'm feeling a block. I feel stuck. I feel it is okay to acknowledge your feelings that are not so positive, because this is where we get tricked up at, y'all. Trying to be positive all the time. Yes, we should be positive the majority of the time. We should be in a state of happiness, peace, joy, calmness, laughing, smiling, gratitude 99.9% of the time. That is how we should be living our life. However, there are times in our life when everything is not coming up roses. I always say if there's a block in our lives, it's because we have created that block. And I truly believe that, 100%. But you are also the one that's going to be able to alleviate that feeling, stop that block, move that block, when you write it out, because you realize what that block is. Let's just say we're asking for a specific amount of money to purchase a home, right? So I may need a $30,000 down payment to purchase this home. I have $5 in the bank. I am asking my heavenly staff, the universe, God, to help me create and manifest this money. Now, let me back it up for the new people in the room. I always include God in my manifestation because I am a spiritualist. I believe that everything that we create comes from our spirit connection with our higher power. So I just thought I'd tell you that, just in case you're new around here. Okay. So, I believe in the ask, receive, have faith, believe, take inspired actions concept around manifestation. My own concept, I created it, and it has worked for me for over 20 years. Yes, ma'am, it has. I am a big believer in including every light being I possibly can in my creation, especially God, right? Who is the head of it all. All right. If I am asking for this, but I am looking at my physical reality, a lot of us get so hooked up and caught up on our physical reality of things. When we cannot see it, if we cannot touch it, if it doesn't feel good, if we haven't seen anybody else do it, if our mamas, aunties, mamas, and uncles ain't done it, y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. We get hooked up on the fact that this is not going to happen for me either. Why is this going to happen for me? That's something that you need to put into your journal. I'm feeling like no one has ever accomplished this. Why would God do this for me? When we are communicating with spirit, when we are communicating with the divine, whether it's in spoken word or written word, we are receiving answers if we pay attention. Whether that answer comes from somebody directly talking to us or somebody coming to us with something, we turn on the TV, we see something on YouTube and you're like, that's it. You get a phone call and you're like, that's it. Whatever the case may be, spirit works in mysterious, marvelous, fantastical, magical ways, right? When you ask, it is given. There is nothing in between that, right? Here's the thing. In the metaphysical world of manifestation, there are affirmations and there are denials. With everything you affirm, there can be a denial of that thing. That denying is, I only see $500. Where's $30,000 gonna come from? Conflict, right? It's a conflict within us that says, I really am trying to attract this and I believe that I can, but where is it coming from? You need to acknowledge that that is how you're feeling so you can move past that. A lot of times for me, when I write things down and I look back at it, I think, okay, so what is it that is within me that makes me feel like I cannot create this $30,000? That's one question. The other question is What is it within me that believes that I'm not worth this $30,000? Because when we don't feel we can have something, it's an issue around how worthy we feel. You have to remember that your worth does not dictate what you can and cannot have. You are worthy simply because you are worthy. Period. Point blank. The end. There is no other way around that. I want you to remember that. I want you to write it down. I will tell you that 1,000,000 times. You don't have to do anything to be worthy. You already are. Now, back to what I was saying. When you see those things on paper, what it does is it triggers the brain to make you think about it. What are these questions? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I can't have this? Why do I feel like that's not going to happen? Why would God do this for somebody else but not for me? Why would God not want me to have a house? Why would God not give me direction with what I asked for it? All of those questions that come up are what you need to write down, right? And then as you begin to write them down, your spirit will take over and say, of course God wants you to have a house. Of course you deserve to have a house. Of course you deserve to have this money and so much more. Of course you deserve to have a decent place to live. A lot of people call those rant pages. I call those gratitude appreciations, meaning I know that I'm supposed to have this. I know that I deserve this. I know that God wants me to have this. I know that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I know that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I should be in need of nothing. God will provide all my needs according to his riches and glory. It's his good pleasure to prosper me. So that's how my rampages go, right? I start affirming and decreeing and declaring, first of all, the word that I know to be true. God's promises to me. It is my good pleasure to prosper you. You are an heir to the kingdom. So I start there. I go in there and I go in tough there, right? Then I start with my I am. I am prosperous. I am a money magnet. Money comes to me so easily and effortlessly. Everything I need comes. Everything that I do turns to gold. My hands create magic. Therefore, I can magically manifest any amount of money that I want. I am a wealthy woman. I am a powerful woman. People want to give me money. The bank wants to give me this house without a down payment. Boom, 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 boom. That is how you get past your doubt, right? You can feel what you feel. You can feel the doubt. You can feel all of those things. But you have to battle that with what you know to be true. That's where this mindset shifting comes in, right? That is where I deserve what I desire was born. I used to walk around my house when I lived in a little bitty 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, no basement, a tiny little backyard, no garage, barely had it. That was my mantra. I deserve what I desire. I deserve what I desire because I then had a self-worth issue around what God was going to do for me. Because I came from a conditioning where I was taught, you bad. God's not going to do that for you. You're a single mother. God's not going to do that for you. You don't do this, God. I came from a place of where I thought God didn't love me and I had to get into position to get that love, right? But when you know better, baby, you do better. You understand what I'm saying? When you know the promises, you can live the promises. I deserve what I desire became my mantra. Everything I asked for, I would say, I deserve what I desire. I deserve what I desire. And I would say that until I really felt it. This I deserve what I desire shirt, these journals, all of the I deserve the mugs, everything that I have, those are constant reminders to me about how I created my life. Simply speaking, I deserve what I desire. I am a child of God in whom he is well pleased. I deserve what I desire. It's God's good pleasure to prosper me. Don't let me get started. Because I will preach a sermon for you on it. We are only in lack. Y'all not going to like it, but I'm going to tell you. Because the truth is the truth, and it will set you free. We are only in lack because that's what we believe for. Our mindset is conditioned to believe for so little that we cannot attract the big things. You got to expand your mind. You deserve everything you desire. There is no way around that. You deserve everything that you desire and nothing less. So here's the thing. Start to think outside the box, right? If you've never thought outside the box before, and you start thinking outside the box and you just have a little bit of belief around that, at least you're going to get something bigger than you've gotten before. Because you're thinking outside the box, right? When you have doubt around what it is you're trying to create, don't get mad about that. Don't get upset with yourself about it. Work through that process, because it definitely is a process to be worked through. And you can get past that, because our mind is made to expand and transform. Especially when we are connected to the mind of God and our higher power. Our mind is the most powerful thing that we have. And yes, sometimes there's doubt in there. And there may even be a little fear in there sometimes. But there's a whole lot of faith and a whole lot of love. Y'all got this. All right, y'all. Thank you once again. I'm glad you're here. I hope you stick around. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.